Hey, what's up, guys? NullRage here, taking a look today at the login reward for this weekend, the Iron Man Mark II costume. To get this costume, it's part of the anniversary. All you got to do is log in sometime between now and probably Sunday. The exact dates, I'll keep them posted in the description below once we get the exact time frame. But, just log in this weekend, and you should get a free Iron Man team up. I am on Iron Man right now, and in his Mark II costume, because there's a little bit of interaction between his costume, the Iron Man Mark II, and the team up, the Mark II. Let's go ahead and summon out the Mark II armor here. Now you'll notice that, well, aside from his guidance systems being a little bit wonky. Come on now, Iron Man, come on. Alright, so his guidance systems are a little bit off. Oh, he's going to... Okay, fine. We'll go over here. Man. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice is that when you're in the Iron Man Mark II costume, the Iron Man Mark II team-up comes out, and he is Tony Stark himself, running the default costume for Iron Man. If you take off this Iron Man Mark II costume, if you're just hanging out in whatever costume you've got, then he is the Iron Man Mark II. And if you're in whatever other costume, he's still Iron Man Mark II. Alright, so that's the first little bit of information. Now we've got to go on to the skills. I wish I could get him in a better spot. This is just the only spot he wants to hang out in. Let's see if we can... There we go. He's going to teleport down here. So this attack that he's using right now is Repulsor Blast. It is a line attack. He only uses one hand, which is interesting because when Iron Man does it, he uses both. Attacks twice as fast. That might have something to do with it though. And it will damage anybody in a line. That's pretty cool. Now next up we've got micro missiles, physical damage, and it's got a 5-second cooldown. Fires 12 projectiles, and they just track their own targets, and then he goes back to using his Repulsor Blast. So it's really nice to layer in the damage because it doesn't stop. It doesn't have an animation or a any kind of animation that stops him from doing what he's already doing. It does, it just fires out on its own, which is pretty nice. Then we've got a bigger payload, which will cause those micro missiles to do AoE damage. See if we can see that. There we go. So now we've got damage all around wherever those micro missiles hit. That's in a pretty large radius too. Putting points into either one of the two will increase the damage of this skill quite significantly. The micro missiles will increase the damage of the missiles themselves, and the bigger payload will increase the damage of the explosion. Pretty nice. Next up we've got Friendly Skies, and we'll talk about that in a minute when we get to the passive mode. Next we've got Missile Salvo and Extended Barrage. Missile Salvo, he'll fire missiles from both his wrists, looks like. See if he'll use it again. There he... Oh, I had the tooltip up. Alright, well anyway, let's talk about Extended Barrage. Points in here will increase the number of missiles fired when he uses Missile Salvo. So he'll use it now, and you can see a lot more explosions. In fact, one of them flew back here. Now, I think it is just frontal. Let's see, launches cluster of homing missiles. So they do home in on targets if he is at range, which he usually will be. He's up here in melee just because that's where he's got summoned. But this is a ranged ability. It's going to keep him at range. And firing Missile Salvo from his normal location in combat is going to fire out those homing missiles, and they'll track down pretty much anything in front of him. Combine that with micro missiles, and you got a lot of missiles going out. It's pretty nice. And then we'll move on to his other abilities. Channel Repulsors. It's going to cause him to channel like that in a line, doing damage as he channels it. 2.5-second channel, 8-second cooldown, damage twice per second. Then we've got Repulsor Barrage, which is going to do 10 hits of energy damage. It's got a 10-second cooldown. There you can see it right there. Now, what would be interesting I don't know. This would be interesting to see it like as a just replaces his basic ability. Maybe tune the damage down a bit, but that would be pretty cool if it didn't have the cooldown, and instead he just replaced his basic ability with Repulsor Barrage. Oh no, I'm just thinking outside the box probably. Um, then we've got Force Shield is his next skill here. It's going to put a damage shield on you. It's got a 5-second duration. The duration can go up with points put into the skill up to a maximum of 6.4 seconds, and it's got a 15-second cooldown. And you see, he'll throw that shield on me, so I take 25% less damage. Thank you, Iron Man. Then we've got a remote defense, which is going to be the away proc for that. We'll have a look at that when we go over away moves. And now we've got the one-off. Huge AoE energy damage attack. Pretty nice. Alright, off into the friendly skies. And he'll watch our back from somewhere up there, I guess, in passive mode. In passive mode, we've got 1 energy and 300 ranged power damage rating. As his passive bonus here, it's called Overwatch Protocol. And then we've got 2 away procs that we want to pay attention to. We've got Friendly Skies, which oddly enough is not going to just fire out micro missiles. You'll see in a minute. And then we've got Remote Defense, and it's a it triggers when you get hit, and it will put that force shield on you. The duration of the force shield again scales with the points put in here. The activation chance of the force field scales with points put into Remote Defense. Alright, let's try and get this Friendly Skies to proc. Eventually. And there it is. You can see he's using the Jericho Bombardment has been called in when you proc that Friendly Skies. So you don't just use micro missiles, it uses the Jericho Bombardment, which is interesting and pretty cool, I think, because it's a real nice way for Iron Man to support you from the sidelines. Alright, can I do this without dying? I don't know. Ow. No, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna not risk it, cause if I try I guess I could put on all my gear, but that would yeah, let's anyway. Force Shield is just gonna proc and reduce the damage you do. It's got a up to 40%, or well 38, almost 40% chance to proc that shield and reduce the damage you're taking. Next up, we've got assist mode. Let's see the full, put points into every skill and see what he does all together. Alright, so come on down, Iron Man. Alright, nice. It'd be cool if he I don't know, if he probably locks onto one enemy, so if that enemy is moving around, he'll chase him with the channeled repulsors. I don't know. It'd be cool to just see him sweep that around. And there he threw the shield on me as well. So all in all, pretty nice team up, and you can't beat the price. You can't beat the price. All you gotta do to get him is just log in this weekend. And you will have, some of you may have your first team up. The rest of us will have another team up added to a roster, and that's pretty cool. Part of the anniversary celebration that Gazillion is doing as well. I think Big Ten may be starting this patch. It could be this patch or next patch. I think it's this patch though. Big Ten event, so that's huge. If you don't know about Big Ten, well, drop by twitch.tv/NullRage and I'll tell you about it. It's a massive event, so it's a lot to go over. Alright, so I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to use the annotations up above to go through the rest of the team ups, and I'll see you later. Take it easy. Have a good one. Peace.